this holder don't want to hold it right. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. It's the brother Izaryah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power behind by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Lord, when this lesson is edifying. What sparked this lesson is I seen from time to time you see these clips, these stories, these video clips of this police brutality or this, injustice in the system, okay, against Jake, and it pisses you off, and I know it pisses me off, and I typically want to do lessons on it or speak about it. Now I have to always remember, when I'm looking at these different stories of how Jake gets mistreated by the police. I have to remember that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is ultimately in control of all these things. And when something bad happens to somebody, as the scripture said, whoever perished being innocent. All right. So I have to remember that, right? But nevertheless, it doesn't stop me from being pissed off at Esau for the wickedness that he portrays. Okay. Now remember, the one I just saw, this story I just saw was this Jake, this janitor, and I think I came across it before. This janitor gets called the N-word, gets called a nigga by Emite at this school, and he proceeds to record her. He recorded her, and he told her, "Look, I'm recording you." And basically, she said, "I'm gonna call the police on you," and the police actually come and they arrest him. This happened here in Pennsylvania. Not only did they arrest him, they harassed him, hit him with 38 counts of obstruction of justice, all type of stuff, just for basically he got a racial slur told to him. He got told he was a nigga, and then he got harassed by the police. All right, which ultimately Esau is gonna have to pay for these different things. And the dude didn't operate in wisdom either. Because I wouldn't have told the nigga I was recording him. I would have just recorded your ass, and then I would have contacted a lawyer, and I would have sued that whole fucking department. That whole school would have got sued for racial profile because he got fired. He had a lawsuit on his hands. All right, but at the end of the day, he got railroaded by the system. And like I said, Yahweh Shem Shah ultimately is in control. But Esau has a laundry list of infractions or injustices that he's portrayed out there that he's gonna have to pay for, man. Okay, and this is just, I won't even call this one minor. All right, it's compared to this other one that I saw, it is minor. Okay, there was this homeless dude on the street, and he was a Northern Kingdom dude. This last dude seemingly was a Southern Kingdom. All right, this other dude was a Northern Kingdom. He was homeless. Man, when I tell you they brutally broke this man's leg, like I may have to do a separate lesson on it. They folded him backwards. The way that they dealt with Jake, he ended up being folded backwards, and his legs was hanging on by a piece of meat, man. Okay, and he wasn't even resisting them, man. He was homeless. I don't know if he was on drugs or what was going on with him, but he wasn't resisting them, man. He seemed kind of out of it a little bit, but he didn't fight, and they still, they basically mutilated that dude, man. And it just goes to show you, is this the cat I'm waiting on? Is this him? Salaki. I'm waiting on somebody. He ain't supposed to be here till 2:30 though. I hope that ain't him. Nah. Salaki. But anyway, um, yeah, man. So Esau's gonna have hell to pay, man, for everything that he's done, even against, the 2/3, man. Right now, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is using Esau as a whooping stick. The scriptures say, "Oh, Assyrian, rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation." Okay, And it also says that he's not a terror unto good works. Okay, referring to Esau, meaning if you uh, and really you gotta even take that with understanding. Okay, with all that getting, get understanding. Okay, if you're not breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments, then for the most part, Esau is not going to be against you. Now, let's quote another one. Okay, it says, "He that pleases the Lord, when a man's ways please the Lord, he causes even his enemies to be at peace with him." Right. So the elect, for the most part, are going to slip under the radar. You might have a little bit of trouble here and there. Okay, but at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua typically will keep you from certain things. Okay, it's typically when somebody gets unalived, or these different George Floyd situations, and different people like Antonio Brown, these different people like this. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua had it out for them people. Okay, for whatever reason, we don't know, what it was they did all the time. I think George Floyd, was on drugs. He wasn't a model citizen. Let's say that. Okay, which doesn't excuse, like I said, Esau's not going to be guilt free. Okay, the scriptures say, "Days whose judgment it was not to drink, Salakia, have assuredly drunken, art thou he that shall go unpunished." Okay, we've had to drink that cup of the wrath of the indignation of the Most High. All right, and Esau haven't had to reap any judgment for all the stuff that he's done. Esau hasn't had to pay for any of the wickedness that he's done unto the Israelites. Okay, which it boggles the mind when you think about these niggas that want to save this nigga, man. They want to save Esau, considering that he never paid for any of the atrocious things that he did to us over the years, man. You got Jake wanting to save Esau. This nigga ripped you out of your, ripped babies out of wombs, and use you as gator bait. Split you in half, fed you to the dogs. Took your wife and ravished her in front of you. All right, and made the son sleep with the mama, which is why they're against that over there in Jamaica so heavy. Okay, that mf'er, they don't play that word, because Esau took the sons and made them have sex with the moms. Okay, so you got all these atrocities that this devil's done to you. All right, and you still got a bleeding heart for this nigga, man. That's the definition of what's that, Stockholm syndrome. You got a love for your oppressor. All right, and the scriptures say, "Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?" That was never Jake's. That wasn't supposed to be our way of finding all these different avenues to love these other nations. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushai put love in us for our own people. Okay, the laws that say love thy neighbor and all that stuff, and all the good things you're supposed to do for your neighbor, man, that was amongst your people, man. That was in your land. Even when you look in the Old Testament, it said that if you had an Israelite that was in a certain situation, that, let's say, an Israelite was on hard times and he had to come live with you and be a servant, you didn't make him do certain jobs. You reserved those harder, rigorous jobs for the people of the other nations. You see, and you would even spend your money to redeem an Israelite from the hands of a heathen, man. You would buy him away from them because they would mistreat Jake. See, but nevertheless, man, he's got a heavy judgment. So like it, he's got a heavy judgment coming for him, man. Okay, as the scriptures say, he left off all pity. All right, Esau, he still pursues blood against you, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to this day. All right, Esau be itching at the chance to take you out. Okay, he be looking for any opportunity. All right, I seen another situation. And yesterday I was watching, I believe, Jake working at this place where they ship off, AR parts, different parts for guns, right? So they watching him. Now I don't know how he got hired, and the nigga was already suspecting him this hard, right? He got hired up there, and they was watching him on the camera. And supposedly he disappeared with a package, and when he came back, they couldn't find the package. So they called the police on him. Now the officer that came was a buddy of the owner, or the buddy of the nigga who called the Edomite, I should say, who called the police on him. It was his buddy. So they come. No questions asked. They arrest Jake. They don't look for the package first. They don't ask questions. They put Jake in cuffs and put Jake in the car, right? 10 minutes later, the package shows up. But the Jake don't get out of custody till about 4 hours later. Jake done got put in the car. He done got rolled around town. You know what I'm saying? He done got all these different things done happened to him, and they didn't find nothing on him. And then the package showed up, so they had to let him go. You know, but Jake still got fired, even though they found the thing that they accused him of stealing. Jake still got fired. So, you know, these are just some of the small things that, and when I say small, compared to what he did during slavery, you know, these are little things. These are light things compared to what he did, you know, and what he still does secretly. You know, man, this whole system is corrupt, man. You know, read Psalms 83. Okay, they conspired together that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance, man. Okay, and there's a lot that comes with that. A lot of diabolical schemes to perpetrate that. Okay, one of the ways is to keep you in sin, right? But what comes with that keeping you in sin, like it tells you in the book of I believe it's Judith 24, roughly paraphrasing. It says when these people are sinning, then this shall be their downfall. Okay, but when they're one with their power, then leave them alone because it'll be your downfall. All right. So this devil knows that. He knows if he can catch you in sin, oh this nigga, look, it's like his spirit be looking for it. Oh this nigga smoke weed. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's a green light on this nigga. If the spirit allows it, yeah, it's green light on this dude. We about to take him out. You see? Hey man, these devils know, man, and it's a plot against you, man. It's a plot against you, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, to take you out. Okay, to keep you no longer in remembrance of who you are as a people, man. To keep you degenerate. All right, they would much rather have you strung out on drugs and doing all manner of wickedness, okay, than to have you doing righteousness, man. So anyway, Esau's got to pay for that, man. Esau's got to pay for that, and he will pay. All right, it's just a matter of time. We have to endure, as the scriptures say, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, and we're waiting for the time of the Gentiles to be fulfilled. Okay, so it will be. When it's all said and done, we're gonna get the last laugh. Lord, when we be in that number. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I gotta meet this dude, man. Shalom, bye bye.